Most people think they are broke because they made bad choices. But what if the game was designed long before they ever entered it? From the moment you earn your first dollar, invisible systems begin pulling money away from your future without you even noticing. Schools teach you how to work for money, yet almost never teach you how money actually works behind the scenes. Millions wake up early, work hard, follow every rule, and still feel stuck in the exact same financial position, year after year. The frightening part is not that the system exists, but that most people never realize they are trapped inside it. Imagine running on a treadmill every day for 20 years, only to discover it was never connected to anything at all. That is how many Americans experience their financial lives, without fully understanding why progress feels so slow. They receive a paycheck, pay bills, buy necessities, and wait anxiously for the next paycheck to arrive. The cycle repeats so often that survival starts feeling normal, even when true financial freedom remains far away. Meanwhile, a different group of people seems to grow wealth faster regardless of economic conditions or market uncertainty. They are not always smarter, luckier, or more talented than everyone else trying to get ahead. The difference often comes from understanding rules that most people were never shown in the first place. One of the biggest traps begins with the way society defines success from an early age. Children are told to get good grades, find a stable job, and work hard for the next 40 years. While hard work matters, this formula often creates employees rather than owners of valuable assets. The result is a population trained to trade time for money instead of building systems that generate money. Every hour worked becomes necessary because income immediately stops whenever the work stops. This dependence creates financial vulnerability that can last for decades without people realizing it. As living costs continue rising, many workers find themselves running faster just to stay in the same place. And while they focus on earning more income, another powerful force quietly works against them every single day. That force is inflation, a hidden wealth drain that slowly reduces the purchasing power of every dollar you save. $100 today simply cannot buy what the same $100 purchased years ago, and the gap keeps growing. Most people notice higher prices at the grocery store, but few understand the long-term damage inflation causes. Money, sitting idle, often loses value over time. Even when the number printed on the account never changes, this means many savers are technically becoming poorer while believing they are playing it safe. The system rewards those who understand how to make money grow and quietly punishes those who leave it standing still. Yet very few people are taught this lesson before entering adulthood and making critical financial decisions. Another reason people stay broke is the way debt has become woven into everyday life. Credit cards promise convenience and freedom, but they can quickly become chains that are difficult to escape. A small purchase today can eventually cost far more when interest begins quietly stacking month after month. Many households spend years paying for things they stopped using long ago because debt never truly sleeps. Lenders understand something important that most borrowers never learn until much later in life. Interest can either work against you or work for you, depending on which side of the transaction you stand. When you pay interest, your money flows away from your future and towards someone else's wealth. When you earn interest, money begins doing some of the work that your time used to do. This simple difference creates massive wealth gaps that become larger with every passing year. Consumer culture adds another layer to the problem by encouraging constant spending instead of ownership. Advertisements rarely focus on what you need because their goal is convincing you to want more. Every day, thousands of messages compete for attention, trying to turn income into purchases as quickly as possible. The longer people remain focused on buying liabilities, the less attention they give to acquiring assets. An asset is something that has the potential to put money into your pocket, even when you are not actively working. A liability, on the other hand, often takes money out of your pocket through ongoing costs and expenses. The problem is that many people are encouraged to celebrate liabilities while completely ignoring assets. A bigger car, a newer gadget, or a larger monthly payment is often mistaken for financial progress. Meanwhile, true wealth builders quietly focus on acquiring things that generate value over time. This difference may seem small in the beginning, but its impact becomes enormous after several years. Another hidden challenge is the way modern lifestyles consume nearly every available hour of the day. After commuting, working, handling responsibilities, and recovering from stress, little energy remains for learning. This creates a cycle where people become too busy earning money to study how wealth is actually created. The system benefits when people remain occupied, because busy individuals rarely question the rules around them. Many workers spend decades mastering their jobs while never mastering the financial world, affecting their future. As a result, income may rise over time, yet financial freedom still feels frustratingly out of reach. Higher earnings alone do not guarantee wealth if spending increases just as quickly as income grows. This phenomenon is known as lifestyle inflation, and it quietly traps countless people every year. A promotion arrives, income increases, and almost immediately new expenses appear to consume the difference. The person feels richer for a moment, but often ends up carrying even greater financial obligations. Wealth is not measured by how much money comes in, but by how much remains and grows. Unfortunately, that lesson is rarely emphasized in a culture built around constant consumption. Many people spend years chasing larger paychecks without building a strong financial foundation underneath them. Then, an unexpected crisis arrives and exposes how fragile the entire structure has become. A job loss, medical bill, economic downturn, or emergency expense can instantly change a family's financial reality. In those moments, people often discover they were surviving on income rather than building genuine security. The wealthy are not protected from every problem, but they often possess options that others do not. Those options usually come from assets, savings, investments, and systems created long before the crisis arrived. Financial freedom is not about luxury alone. It is about having choices when life becomes unpredictable. Yet most people spend their best earning years without intentionally building those choices for themselves. Another powerful reason the system keeps people struggling is the misunderstanding of time itself. Many assume wealth is created through one big opportunity, one lucky break, or one dramatic success story. In reality, wealth is often the result of small decisions repeated consistently over very long periods. The challenge is that these decisions rarely look exciting when they first begin. Investing a little money regularly may feel insignificant today, but time can transform modest actions into remarkable outcomes. Unfortunately, modern culture rewards immediate gratification far more than long-term patience. People are encouraged to seek fast results, even when lasting wealth usually grows slowly and steadily. This mindset pushes many toward shortcuts that promise quick riches, but deliver disappointment instead. Meanwhile, those who understand patience continue quietly building wealth while attracting far less attention. The truth is that financial success often appears boring before it becomes impressive. Consistency lacks the excitement of sudden fortune, but it frequently produces stronger, long-term results. The system profits when people chase distractions, because distractions delay financial education and action. Every year spent postponing smart financial habits reduces the incredible advantage that time can provide. And for many people, the greatest financial cost is not money they lost, but years they never used wisely. Once people begin understanding these patterns, they often realize the system was never completely unbeatable. The rules may be difficult, but they become far less dangerous when they are finally visible. Financial freedom begins the moment someone takes responsibility for learning what was never taught before. It starts with questioning habits, examining expenses, and understanding where every dollar is actually going. Small awareness creates small changes, and small changes can eventually create life-changing results. The goal is not to escape work entirely, but to stop depending on work as the only source of survival. Building assets, investing consistently, and increasing financial knowledge gradually shifts the balance of power. Over time, money can begin supporting your goals instead of constantly controlling your decisions. This transformation rarely happens overnight, but neither does financial struggle. The same years that can quietly build debt can also quietly build wealth when used differently. Every financial decision is a vote for the future you will eventually experience. The choices made today often become the realities that appear years down the road. Most people never fail because they are incapable of success. They fail because they never learn the real game. Once the rules become clear, the path forward becomes far easier to recognize and follow. The system may encourage dependence, but knowledge creates opportunities that dependence cannot control. The most valuable investment is often the one made in understanding how money truly works. Because when financial education grows, fear begins shrinking and confidence starts taking its place. The people who escape the cycle are usually the ones who decide to stop being passive participants. They choose to learn, adapt, build, and think differently, while others continue repeating old patterns. And that may be the biggest secret of all the system can keep people broke, but only until they learn how the game is really played.